This is Alan Farley from FX Empire. Let's take a look at this week's top stocks, ETFs, and crypto to watch. First up is Ethereum. Ethereum peaked up here in May, right around 4,400. It broke out in November and formed this peak up here, came back down and started this broad test of this breakout level, which is still in progress. There's a lot of support right here at the 382 retracement level, and we also have support from this trend line. So the prognosis is kind of good at this point. The crypto could easily turn the corner and go higher. It's also posting a very strong bullish divergence with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dropped about 30% since its peak in November, while Ethereum has only dropped about 19%. And again, Bitcoin has failed its breakout above the second quarter high. However, Ethereum is still holding on and testing, so this looks like a much better opportunity going forward. Next up is Piton. This is December triple witching, and as we know, Piton has just been bombed. It's down huge in 2021, and adding insult to injury, it was involved in a product placement for Sex and the City last week, and then somebody died after getting off of a Peloton treadmill, so that really didn't go over very well. However, it is options expiration. You've got to think contrary on options expiration week, and there's a good chance that we're going to see a short squeeze that perhaps could pick up very respectable short-term gains during this contrary period. Next up, let's take a look at FedEx. FedEx reports earnings this week. Now, FedEx, if you go all the way back here, you can see it broke out above the 2018 high right here in October 2020, tested it, and it looked like it cleared. It went all the way back above 300. Now, that's in May, and then just went to hell. It pulled back and then gapped down right down to about August 2020 to a 52-week low, and it's struggling below the 50 and 200-day moving averages. Now, a lot of this has to do with Omicron and Delta and the growth outlook being not as great as it was going back a year ago. In addition, inflation is eating into people's consumer power, and FedEx is very dependent on consumer and business buying power. So we're seeing it struggle. I don't really expect much progress after this week's report. Next up, let's take a look at something very interesting, which is the big cap China index. Now, if you go back here, you can see what's been happening with this China index. We have a number of highs. We have a high up in 2015, another one in 2018, another one here in February 2020. Let's focus on this particular wave. We have this rally from 33 up to the 50s that ended in February. We came to the 786 retracement really starting in July, and we have the formation of potential triple bottom pattern right here. That's a very good place for this ETF to turn. And if you take a look at weekly measurements, you can see the weekly here is this. So weekly is down here oversold and trying to turn around. And if you go all the way back to the monthly, you could see it's oversold and trying to turn around. So this zone right here, which is right around the upper 30s, could turn out to be a very low risk entry point for a rally in China stocks into 2022. Finally up is Activision, and Activision has just been a basket case this year. Taking a look back, you can see there was this breakout followed by a descending triangle and a breakdown in August. Well, Blizzard got involved in a very big sexual harassment scandal, which was almost tried to cover up by their CEO. And as more and more facts came out, they've been trying to get rid of the CEO, but he just refuses to leave. And so he's involved in this huge brand destruction of a very, very popular video gaming platform. Now, as you can see, the sell-off has the potential to reach to about the 53, 54 level before it gets to the 786. However, with all the added calls for CEO Bobby Kotick to resign, and he's about to be thrown off the Coca-Cola board, it looks like. If we get an announcement of his resignation, I think we're going to get about a 5 to 8 point rally very quick on this stock. So it's another one to watch during options expiration week for a contrary play.